I think that, I mean, one of the key debates right now, I think, is that everyone is using social networking sites, Facebook, of course, but also LinkedIn and things like that. Separately from those, other people are doing online dating, but of course, it's the same people doing both. And Facebook is used for dating, and sometimes dating websites cause friendships to happen instead of romance. So there's overlap between them, between people. And a real question, I think, right now is to what extent should they mix? So that's going to be a very interesting thing to watch over the next couple of years. My guess is that many people want the two kept completely separate, and many people do not. And that creates an interesting market about how you manage that process if you are either Facebook or an online dating company. So some of them want mixing, some of them don't. How do you allow that to happen in a way that makes everybody happy? That stigma happened initially is which I think we have sort of forgotten now, but is that most of these companies predated the very successful social networking websites. So online dating companies were growing and larger before even the ones that are defunct, well, not defunct, but less popular now, like Friendster and MySpace. So there's been this sort of generation in social networking, but those came after. So initially there was just stigma to why are you having a social life online? Whether you're dating or not online, literally what's wrong with you, right, that you are having a social life online? And online dating got a lot of that stigma to begin with, and then as that was happening, social networking sites became ubiquitous, and that helped remove the stigma a little bit, like, oh, it's okay to meet people online. Whether it's friends or romantic partners, now it's more acceptable just to meet online and interact online. So I think that's helped with the stigma a lot. But I think there were some visionary people who saw the potential of online social life more broadly. I think, you know, there's an old kind of saying with technology that any technology that develops eventually will be used for dating, because that's what humans do. You know, that's how we've stuck around so long, for one thing, is because we're pretty good at reproducing and things like that. So I don't know if people would have seen it taking the form that it's taken. I don't know if people would have seen them being as ubiquitous, but I think the idea that this was coming, I think, was something that wasn't, you know, it depends how you define it. So email is something that people didn't necessarily think was necessary, because I write letters and I use the phone, right? Email is managing your social life online. It's just you don't have a pic, but it basically is managing your social life online. So if you think about it like that, it's a very natural next step to have an online social network where it's not just single emails back and forth, but a group of people talking to each other.